there. Good morning to you. This is Kakaaki Social. Welcome to a new month, and of course, Nigeria is 64. Nigeria's president just briefed us, and he's talked about how we should celebrate progress. He says bandits have been eliminated, implementing many measures to reduce the cost of living. And he says, of course, he's planning a national youth dialogue for the 60% of youth, of course, that makes Nigeria's population. All of this will be taking reactions to them by tomorrow, Wednesday. This is Kakaaki Social. You're welcome. I'm Onoshiorena, Obozeghie. Now to stories for the day. It was a long and a relatively dramatic day at the National Assembly on Monday. Very Dark Man honored the invitation of the Green Chamber to aid investigation into the 15 million naira bribery allegations against the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, that's the EFCC. Now, if you missed it, remember that the House of Representatives had on Friday invited EFCC's boss, Ola Olukoyede, VDM, that's Very Dark Man, and Bobrisky over the allegations of bribery that involved the Anti-Graft Agency and the Nigeria Correctional Service for an audio that is alleging bribes. Well, VDM had refused to speak over the absence of Bobrisky, but eventually he did with appeals by reps. Let's listen to him and his lawyer first off, then we had Very Dark Man.
I got hold of that recording is as a result of Bobrisky blackmailing somebody he owes money. So according to the story and according to the evidence, that a proof of chat that was sent to me, the person borrowed Bobrisky 4 million naira when Bobrisky was in the EFCC detention, or rather in the private apartment lodge. But here's the thing, Bobrisky didn't know that this guy recorded everything. But because Bobrisky, obviously I have the platform, yeah? He understands how I roll. So he quickly paid, but I said, no, it has to go there.
That is needed by this committee here. We have even come with additional evidence that is not even available online. We have come with everything. So he's not saying, I don't want to assist the committee, I don't want to talk. He's saying because that person who should be here, who is not here, who has sent a lawyer to represent he or she, that he too is not going to talk directly, that he's going to talk to his counsel. That's just all he's saying, and nothing more.
Okay, so that was the case. Now let's bring your thoughts in at this point just to see how you reacted, because it was a long day and of course we're dwelling on that. Uncle Dum Dum says, if not joblessness, what it concern Honorable House of Reps, is a House of Representatives with this frivolous issue. More thoughts on this one is coming from Kazim, who says, but you should have contacted the Falenors before you make post or make the post in the first place. Just to mention that he has apologized to the Falenors for the dent in their name, in his words. More thoughts on this one. Family says, you for no apologize now, but I think it's too late because 24 hours has passed. And it says, where are your fans saying you didn't defame him? When I advised you to apologize, you ignored, and your fans defended you, and you said, seen you in court. But the rather dramatic part for netizens is the arrival of Very Dark Man at the National Assembly complex in the company of a man in chief priest attire. Well, whether he's a chief priest, Babalawo, Abi, is simply for the Instagram, Miomo. But let's see how he turned up.
National.
Okay, so that was his arrival yesterday. More thoughts on this one before we go back to the room again. Mixum says, this guy you must think is all that. He says, clearly, he loves the attention he's getting and he is not backing down anytime soon. No relevance should be given to him. Also on X is Basu, who says, this is just a cultural exhibition and nothing more to spice up the whole thing. Okay, yeah. Again to that room, we have a new tongue, social media suspension. That is it, and is coming from one of the supposed suspended senior officers of the Nigerian Correctional Service. They were also at the National Assembly responding to the suspension claims before the House of Representatives Investigative Committee. Well, he says he wasn't served any letter of suspension as per a social media suspension now.
You under suspension. No letter was given to me to that effect. Are you under suspension? There was a press release at the National Daily and News that I and my colleague in Maximum and some others had been suspended. Were you given reasons for your suspension? No reason was given, sir. No reason. So they just serve you a letter and tell you to go home. They didn't serve me a letter, sir. Are you on suspension? You said yes. In social media suspension, I didn't. If
the officers concerned were duly suspended by the board to pave way for investigation. That is where we are now. And the letters will come today because it was on Friday. The letters will come today from the board.
Okay, so that's the defense right there. Their letters will come today, which was Monday. Social media suspension. We have a new song. Olamide, he says, apparently, all the suspension going on in Nigeria Police Force might be social media suspension because the atrocities still on the high side after a lot of fake arrangee suspension. Also reacting, Basi says, this man reminds me of, wait, my Oga at the top. Absolutely. Speaking Truth says, he was tagging the Minister of Interior and he says, did you watch this clip? Does it mean the letter you made public is a cloud chasing to please Nigerians? More reactions from this user. He says, this will also bring the reputation of Dr. Tunji Olubumi Ojo, the Minister of Interior, to disregard. But then the ministry quickly, not the ministry really, the Nigerian Correctional Service released this press release yesterday, sent out this press release, and it said that Nigeria Correctional Service affirms suspension of senior officers. So regardless of what you're saying or what you're doing, we suspended them, and they are saying that we should not listen to that officer who says they did not get what he got. But let's move to our final story for the day, which is that the National Security Advisor, NSA, has threatened a 10 billion naira lawsuit against media personality Kemi Olunloyo over alleged defamation. Well, she had posted a video on YouTube on September 27, 2024, and she alleged that NSA Ribadu, during his tenure as EFCC pioneer boss, sold properties that were seized from Yahoo boys, as she puts it, in the 1990s to human rights lawyer Femi Falana. He's in the news again. Well, however, in a legal notice dated September 30, 2024, Ribadu's lawyers demanded an apology. He says full retraction of the video from YouTube and every other platform, and then she has to pay a sum of 10 billion naira in damages within 7 days. And they are saying that failure to comply would result in legal proceedings. I mean, the social media comments, they were really soft, and I guess I'm not sure why, but let's just take them as they came. For Samuel, he says all of una just define money by force. 10 billion naira, and he's laughing right there. For Franklin, he says court cases just they fly anyhow. Be like na judiciary recovery men won't use fight this tough economy. And then for Ogie, he says Kemi, he says, where will you even see her? She's not in Nigeria again, and she's laughing out loud. More thought on this one would be that this news from 2007 was brought back by netizens, and they were asking, okay, so where is the status of this report. So just to fill you in, it is Nigeria, corruption, Kalu, Tinubu can't escape Ribadu. That's Ribadu saying that as the pioneer chairman of EFCC in 2007, he had said that Orji Uzor Kalu and then his Lagos State counterpart, that's Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, they would not escape his wrath, and he says they were going to face the full wrath of the law following their recent indictment for alleged corruption by the EFCC. So people are asking what really happened to this case. He was corrupt until he became your boss or something. So yeah, those are the reactions to the trends on the space of social media. Tomorrow we will do